moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll run it here. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Wrong.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Right, 674. Right, 622. Check out.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Try it. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Perry, the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
54, south. Gun.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey, let's go.
On second down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan looking downfield for... This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. DeMarcus Walker there on the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They give it off here to the tight end. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. A beautiful spin and room to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, 10, and all the way home for the Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Now McManus for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Perry, the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
To your right.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Gun!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one, and this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons are in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt, that one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Now Gordon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down is Luck. Buying time to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
12. Gun.
Now Luck. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punter King to send it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are in for 6. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And down to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Perry, the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 23 yards on the play. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Tuesday.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Love. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here now come the Falcons. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So a line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Left.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
22.
Throwing again. Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Ryan. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They toss to Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Luck now on second down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Luck. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Hall. That one goes for 24 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height, or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Love. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
11 feet.
Here's Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon from 10 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing now is Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Ryan to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
21. 21.
Here's Ryan. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Bryant's extra point up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And coming out now, the Broncos. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Luck. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. One last throw here for Luck. That's caught. It's Thomas. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction.